Hey, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak. And we give double honor to our apostles and elders, which are the apostles and elders, a great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. 2024, which is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Lots of things are getting ready to take place. So this is the the flavor of the moment. You know, brothers have been doing videos on it. I was at work. I watched a few videos and just looked at the situation. This is definitely a bad look. And then, you know, and IUIC is prone to do sideways stuff. So this is a bad look regardless of what kind of games they may be playing or putting this information out here, you know, and it should have been in-house, like brother said, but hey, you know, it's out here now. And that's what happens, like brother saying, you have a big congregation, you have all these hormones and testosterone roaming around each other. That's why the apostles and elders give us a prime example of why you don't have women in your congregation. All right, that's why Solomon told us, which we know is Yahweh Shai, all right, in the reincarnation, okay? When Solomon came back, he came back as Yahweh Shai, and he said among 1,000 women, he's found none. So I always remember that. Whenever I get too comfortable, especially, you know, you're dealing with a woman, you always put that verse comes back in your mind to know, hey, damn, you might be smiling, kikiing, but remember that, you know, they ain't no righteous, but, you know, you deal with them accordingly. All right, but this title of the video is "The Adultery is Not a Laughing Matter." All right, adultery is not a laughing matter at all, okay? So the things that we'll play a little bit of this video, the part that, you know, he's laughing, it's gone around, okay? It's got its views, and brothers are bringing this out. Elders have spoke about it. It's just Israel's just, they don't realize the opportunity we've been given by way of this truth. Okay, that's where it's always, I always say we're not worthy of it, but we have it, and call Allah for it, man. So let's go ahead and play this part, and then I'll get a few precepts. We'll close on out. There's many videos brothers can go watch going in on this subject, but all I had to say is, like, damn, it's not funny. And like a brother said, now this man's business is out here, and, you know, his own congregation and his leaders are laughing. It's not nothing funny. You know, if this is deadly serious and happened, that's that man's family broken up. He probably thought he had him a good wife, had her head wrapped, and probably was con out of one, all that madness, but look what she was doing. So this is not funny at all. This is a man. That's why in the ancient world, this could have got real carnal real quick. All right, because they were both supposed to be dealt with according to the law that they push. Okay, but let's go ahead and play this.
I'm kind of nasty. I like to hear this stuff. Yeah. See, that's when you got to close the doors. Here. I'm kind of nasty. I like to hear this stuff. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he's supposed, that's what's a little weird. Like, why is he laughing so much about the situation? You know, as a leader, he should be infuriated, mad. The law is being broken. You have proof of it, but there's just a atmosphere of fun and games. Okay, when hey, this ain't. Look what Lord did to Miriam about just speaking. You know, because you're supposed to separate those things because it brings a vibration, and that's why I separate. What it say when it's about the sluggard son, the niggard son? You're supposed to stone him and take evil away. You know, so certain things bring that vibration. Even the Lord said, even Nathan, Corey, and Abimaram, they said their stuff. Don't even touch their possessions because that brings a vibe. So how much more of this right here? So you see the laugh. We're not going to go too much into it. Let's play this part right here. And it says, this is Matthew 7 and verse 16. And it says, you can identify them by their fruit. That is, by the way they act. You can pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles. Okay, but the main point is you can tell a tree by its fruit. Amplified. By their fruit, you will recognize them that is by their their contrived doctrine and self-focus. Do the people pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? All right, so the same thing you see, man. All the things that are going on out here, we're in the midst of World War III. The MOTB is on its way, and all these things are happening because Jake don't really think the end is coming, man. That's why it says it's gonna come like a thief in the night. It's gonna catch those unawares. It says while the virgins slept. Okay, we in a time of trimming lamps, and when you try to go and buy and get delivered, the Lord is gonna shut the door, man. Okay, Matthews 23:4. It says they crush people with unbearable religious demands and never lift a finger to ease the burden. Okay, because them themselves are not lifting that burden when it comes to the law, and you can't do it perfectly because you break one, you break them all. All right, so that's why you hanging that law, pushing the law. But you have an opportunity right here to make sure, hey, this ain't a laughing matter. It's not a joke. You know, this is deadly serious. This is a law. This is a sin unto death. Let's go ahead and pull that real quick. This is 1 John 5:16. It says, if you see a fellow believer sinning in a way that does not lead to death, you should pay. It says you should pray, and God will give that person life. But there is a sin that leadeth to death, and I am not saying you should pray for those who commit it. So that's a sin unto death, adultery, man. And like it says, this is a man in your congregation that just has his family rocked and shaken up. You know, and the whole congregation to see, like, hey, if this happens, it's over with. You're out of the congregation, and it's done and over with. You know, it happens everywhere, okay? Especially where you see, what does it say? Those are the circumcision. And especially in the churches that we went out of, man. I used to see that all the time, man. I knew something was off with it, but it's something that, you know, when you're young in the spirit and you don't understand, you growing up, but you can notice it, man. As a child, I seen that in the church, man. You know, but I just wanted to say that quick, put those two Hebrew cents in there. You know, brothers have done many videos. Brothers are going in. This is a new topic. We'll see what comes out of it. You know, it's just not a good look, man. You know, we're in a time of getting ourselves right and the coming of the Lamb, man. You know, and it says the day of vengeance burdens in his heart, man. So it ain't the time for different things like that, you know, even though we are in this flesh. That's why it says mortify your members, you know, and keep a hold of what we have, man. And Lord willing, we worthy enough to taste that salvation, man. It's coming. So with that, I say call the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Machakwadash. Until next time, I say shalom and more now than ever. Keep faith. Shalom.